Good morning. This is Professor Anderson with a little bit of feedback for your writing assignment number 4, rough draft. Like all the writing assignments, I take a look at the PDF that outlines the project itself, and I share I use that to make certain that you have all these nuts and bolts, all the components, and then go back and take a look at the nitty gritty, like the grammar and stuff like that. So I had a difficult time. I'm not sure if it was my computer. I don't know, but I had a difficult time opening. I had to download your paper twice. Let me share with you. So I had to download it in order to take a look at it. I must be something with my connection. So I put a help ticket in for to the university, the tech support, and now it's magically fixed. So that's good. So I apologize for this being a little late, but I wasn't able to open it to take a look at it. So let's go ahead and take a look at these nuts and bolts. I see your letter of transmittal. I see a title page and an executive summary. I'm just scrolling through table of contents, an introduction to the body, the purpose, the overview of methodology. Excellent. The methods that you gave, a little detailed description of those. And the results, there we go. Good graphics, some interview, some recommendations. There we go. Okay, and I love how you've outlined it. It shows me quite a lot that you are in the process of, you're processing and working through this in a methodic way. So that's the nuts and bolts of it. I like to go through and check to make sure everything is here. Let me check one last thing. You have your reference page. There we go. And it looks beautiful. It's an APA format. Awesome. I love how you have that appendix there too. Perfect. 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 Okay, let's go back and look at some nitty gritty. Sorry to switch so quickly. This is your letter of transmittal. A letter of transmittal is quite possibly the shortest written piece of formal business writing ever invented, it feels like. So your letter of transmittal should look something like this, or sound something like this. And usually it's not, there's no more than maybe 3 or 4 sentences, very short, concrete sentences. What I like to use, I use the analogy of the letter of transmittal is like the receipt on top of a package. It just lets you know what's inside of there. It doesn't give you any other information or persuasion in any way. It simply says, purchased 1 book, price this amount, and, on this date. So I would recommend for your letter of transmittal to tighten this up from a linguistic or grammar perspective of, enclosed, please find the report titled Analysis of Breastfeeding, period. This is the result of the research conducted via your approval on, and give the date. The next one, the report reviews or summarizes the findings of the benefits of breastfeeding in the workplace and offers recommendations for our institution, company, organization. And then finally, thank you, the last sentence, thank you in advance for your time and consideration. Again, that letter of transmittal is simply to guide them. If you think of it in that package analogy, is this the bag of potatoes or the bag of books? That's really, you have 2 different purchases here and you have receipts on the outside of them. That's what the letter of transmittal is. It's very short, it's very concrete, and it just directs the reader's attention to let them know what is inside of there and why not why, but the person who's reading it gave authorization for it. So it kind of jogs their memory. Your title page is included, your executive summary. This is excellent. Your executive summary needs to use these headlines. These, bold titles of different sections of the summary. That's excellent. You want to make certain that inside of this executive summary, you keep it up. Good. It's perfect. It's about 1/10 of the length of a paper is the general rule, and you've done that. Excellent. So then you move into the table of contents. Once you're finished, you want to paginate, and then you want to do that throughout your paper. And that, if you're working in Word, which it looks like you are, up at the top, you'll see format, and that's where you'll find pagination, or how to do that. So the background looks excellent. I'm scrolling through here. Perfect. You want to make sure you use your APA format for in-text citations. Great. The overview of methodology. Hold on, why isn't this coming up? All right, primary research. Excellent. Secondary research. So this is where you want to insert a general conclusion. You have 3 separate sub themes from your synthesis review of literature, and you want to just give a quick 2 to 3 sentence summary of each of those themes, and that's what the secondary research portion of the research-based report is. So inside of here, you want to just give a quick summary of those, and then the results. You want to remove this. Okay, this is it's a great statement, but for a research-based report, it's a little prejudicial. Those statements that show, that show your persuasion need to be removed. So I would just say the importance of breastfeeding has been noted by several scientists over the course of the centuries. Research shows that breastfeeding has many long-term health benefits to both mother and child, period. That it's been practiced since the dawn of time it just moves on to that. It teeters on that persuasion line. Making certain that you have you want to double check your sources. There you go. Good. How you're citing, your citation. Awesome. And then I like how you included those. Perfect. Make sure that these graphics are fabulous. I would recommend maybe putting it into a flow chart or some sort of graph that you can see, question 1, and you could see maybe a bar graph or something like that. That's just easily translates your information. So this is a great, great start. I am really looking forward to reading your final report.